many asses within a 1-mile radius of my pituitary gland. College girl asses. The asses of middle-aged women. White is a color associated often with purity, innocence, virginity, but it could be cold white death. Half-hour passed, no shooting done, the film languishing, a title, Raunchy, which I don't understand in terms of the footage I've shot. Would Iraq have been better off had it had no oil? Just dates. Baghdad in the 1960s, a better time. The Tigris River flowing through Baghdad, Mesopotamia, the place of U.S. tanks, of heavy metal. Madge, the palm olive woman, in the old ad way back in the 70s. The lady that worked as a manicurist, full of advice. Soak your nails in palm olive. Why, Madge, that's crazy. That's dish detergent. Ah, trust me on this one, Pam. Give it a shot. Madge, you were right. Madge goes home that night and kills herself with a .38. Oh, there's so much work to do. Distracted by lust, how can the work be done? Do we wallow in the world in lust, in heat, in materialism, in the mud of existence, so that we can retain a closeness to life, to flesh, to food, to drink, so that we get away from the void of death, which we know nothing about beyond a certain point? Or do we actually know what we're doing? And if we do know what we're doing, why are we failing all the time? Sex, the beginning of connection. Sex connected with numbers. How old are you? 18, 27, 60? Are you old enough? Are you young enough? Interested enough? Will you call me? Do I have to lose my mind waiting for you to call so that I eventually call you? Why is love so easy when it's happening? So not easy when it isn't. Lost inside our thoughts. Keep it in your pants when you're very young. Put it back in your pants when you're old. In the middle, use yourself like a playground. If a problem comes along, you must whip it. Negative space fools the eye. There are more molecules in this shot than you have brain cells. The gray days of November falling away like footsteps on heather. Some British experience of the 19th century. The Bronte sisters comparing their breasts to each other before Emily died. All of these moments filtered into my mind like worlds banging against each other in silence. Pots and pans in a silent film. It's been a while since an obscene phone call came through. It's been a while since a random call came through. One time back in 1987 or so, a girl called me once. I think she was in high school. And she just talked to me for about 15-20 minutes. And she was dismayed that I didn't own a car. Said the blackbird. What do the ravens talk about when they meet in the trees? Garbage, carcasses, edibles scattered about here and there that they can exchange information about with their caws, which have a pattern to them, a language. What you dig up, someone's life, a touch on the water.